Our next report is a Guardian, safe lane, Anti-Mage, marked for griefing. He's over here hiding in the trees right now, looking pretty suspect. But we give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he's just hiding there to hide there. Maybe he's going to try to get, enough gold from natural gold gain. Disruptor, meanwhile, is fighting Zeus. I don't know why he would call him back. Zeus still ran away, though. Our boy Anti-Mage is here. Maybe he had to go to the bathroom, and they wouldn't pause for him. Maybe his mother called him and told him to go throw out the trash. Again, if you're going to go AFK like that, though, what you do is you disconnect from the game. You tell your team what's going to happen. I got to go BRB, me DC, and then you disconnect.
Oh, that would be a tribute.
Let's see how many times. 0, 0, and 0, so he hasn't died or anything. Disruptor's pausing because the AM is just sitting in the trees. AM is still sitting in the trees. Fast forward. Let's see what our boy's doing. He hasn't moved. He hasn't moved once. That means he's probably not even at the computer. We know that because when they alt tab out of the game, you'll still see the mouse moving a lot of times. Unless he alt tabbed out, he'd play on a video and just rested the mouse there. Okay. We are now 12 minutes in the game. Still not moving. They still have the tier 1 tower. So apparently Disruptor, I don't know. Uh-oh. Anti-Mage died.
Somebody's on a roll.
Disruptor is 3-2-2. Perfect, just perfect. He's level 9. Zeus is 8, Timber's 11, so Timber's 5-1-1. I guess, but that's that's one of the issues with this kind of thing, especially against a Disruptor who can't really they're not scared of the Disruptor. So even though he's 3-2-2, he's level 9. They're not worried about him. So Timber's probably been running the other lanes and ganking, leaving the Zeus alone, so the Zeus can get some extra levels and stuff. He's 1, 2, 3. Okay, at some point here, right before this next report.
Radiant's middle tower is taking damage.
Okay, somebody had to told him. I'm gonna have to check that. Open Dota. Our team is Anti-Mage, Void Spirits, Disruptor, I haven't looked at who else. Bristleback and Bristleback. And Wind Ranger. We're loading this up because no way would he even look over here for the Anti-Mage. Like, why would you think... Well, where would you think that he would be hiding over here? Especially because he goes over here, he, zaps, and then he walks up here and kills him. Very, 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 very suspicious behavior. We probably won't be able to see, but I can check 15 minutes and see if somebody all chats. We are parsing right now. So Anti-Mage has been gone for this entire clip. This started at 6 minutes. Oh no, less than 6. Timber was level 4 or something. Okay, we're gonna check the chat. This is Brazilian region. And we do not have... Okay. So 5:55. I mean, that's 10 minutes before here. Disruptor says AFK. And right after, Magina. And then nobody else. And then Anti-Mage. Okay, we're gonna see if he actually... When he comes back. He comes back at some point.
To glory.
So he dies here, right? Okay, so this... So there is a question, right, of from Purge with the patch, because you now gain, like, you naturally gain some XP over time, as long as you've got a, what's it called? A shrine.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
So it's 16 minutes in, right?
Even I
Will he get abandoned at 21 minutes?
Middle tower is being attacked.
Like, no, yeah, he's moving. He went mid.
Under fire. Dire's
So he woke up at 16 minutes into the game. Goes mid against level 14 Skywrath. More than likely the kill kind of ruined it for him. He looked over and said, "Oh crap, I can't sit there because I'll get an abandon." I was actually hoping he would sit there so we could see. Because, you know, part of the abandon rules was basically you had to get XP within XP range and get XP. Well, now that you automatically get XP from shrines every minute, would it actually count as an abandon? I was hoping we could actually figure that out. Okay, so AM. 33 minutes says, "Vai mid fast." So he's saying go mid fast. Against Brazil, I don't actually know. Portuguese, but it's close enough to Spanish. I'm assuming that's probably similar to VA, which would be go.
a fitting bounty.
Fast, I don't know. Fast. Oh, Anti-Mage now has a ring of appeal. Okay. So then right after he says that, the Wind Ranger. Reprota AM, ele pode caer no time de voces. Fico AFK, 10 min AFK. I hope that Portuguese to English was okay. Was AFK. Oh, let me do the Vi. Portuguese is well. Okay, as a verb, it's going. So yeah, it's go mid fast. I was right. I said they're close enough to Spanish. I mean, Portugal's right next to Spain, so it makes sense that their language kind of have some bits of overlap. And you might go like, oh, well, what about England? England's not near anything; it's an island.
No more middle tower for Radiant.
And then you go, but what about Welsh, you know, Wales and, you know, Scotland? It's like, but they speak English. Like, they may also have other languages. And part of that was probably just as a kind of, hey, no, we don't want to be like you. If you look in the actual history.
Illusion.
There'd also be, you know, they were off on their own in Wales, and they just never, you know, moved on from oldie. Anti-Mage sucks. Anti-Mage sucks. Anti-Mage is guilty. It doesn't matter what else happens. I 100% agree. How do you pronounce that? Hang on, let's pause this for a second. Let's see what the pronunciation is.
Ficou.
Fico. Okay.
Ficou.
Fico.
Was.
Was. 100% makes sense. Was AFK. They did report him. It was actually, I think, maybe even a little over 10 minutes he was AFK. Oh, okay, we gotta look up this.
A gift.
Portuguese.
Regeneration.
Or Portuguese.
Tower taking damage. Dire's bottom tower is being attacked.
Oh no. Portuguese. Brazil. Well, I like that. This is like, oh, this is definitely Brazilian Portuguese, which again makes sense because Brazil is nowhere near Portugal, so their Portuguese is going to be different than Portugal's eventually because they create their own languages. It's the same thing with Central America versus Spain. They both speak Spanish, but they speak very different Spanish. It's Australia and Canada. Their Englishes are very different. They can still basically understand. You can still understand each other because it's still English. I mean, sometimes you can. Someone with a real strong accent, you might not be able to, especially if they're speaking fast.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
It didn't do the whole thing, though.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
Copy. We're going to go to this.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
Shut up. Val farmed upon China. I mean, that's Anti-Mage's name, though, isn't it? Like,
My path leads to riches.
okay, where is he? Carries. Up.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
Wow, this is...
Radiant's middle tower
What?
is taking. Radiant sure are loving those invulnerable towers. Radiant's top tower is being attacked. Radiant's top tower is under siege. Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
Yeah, Regina, the Anti-Mage.
Radiant has lost their top tower. Dire's bottom tower under fire. Dire's bottom tower is being attacked.
At one point, he was Terrorblade's brother.
Regeneration.
Okay. Oh. Why is this? No, okay. Yeah, so... At some point... Oh, okay, I see. At some point, the... Who was that? Oh, the Timbersaw says focus more. And then Bristleback says, shut up. You farmed and, you farmed upon a... Oh yeah, because he was opposite him. Yeah, so you farmed on a Regina,
Dire's middle tower is
an Anti-Mage, 18 minutes AFK.
Dire's middle tower taking damage. Dire's middle tower is being attacked. Radiant's
I love how he comes back though. Like again, after he died, when he was sitting in base, he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing with that. He's level 12 at this point, 32 minutes in the game. That's the last report. He gets like guilty. Again, there are ways you could have done around that. Like he was way too AFK for the pauses if he disconnected, but you can't be gone. You can't go into a Dota game, be gone for 20 minutes doing nothing. Like this is what the reporting is for. I mean, granted, everybody was reporting him at the end of the game too, probably, so you'd probably still get some kind of punishment. But this is griefing. Like you don't go into a game. I don't care what happens. You don't go into you abandon. Abandons are better. You're not going to automatically go to low priority off of an abandon unless you're abandoning a lot of games. And he's anonymous, of course. Guilty. Guilty. Guilty.